Hello, and welcome to Brown Bear Wargaming. I'm Big Bear.
I'm Little Bear.
And welcome to Brown Bear Wargaming. We are coming to you live from our holiday home, which is a bit of a strange setup, but it's something that we were quite interested in doing, wanting to have a go at doing something a bit different. It was a good chance for us to bring our hobby with us whilst we're away, so any little bits of downtime that we get the opportunity to have, then we can crack the paints open, can't we, Little Bear?
Mm-hmm.
And we can have a little bit of a go and keep getting busy with the things that we're up to. So, we have a crowd coming past us throughout who want to take part, and you never know, they might pop in and show their face, they might not want to. But thank you very much for joining us, we massively appreciate whether that's coming live or whether you're watching this back at a later date. So, Little Bear, what have you been up to recently?
I've been up to painting my Stormcast. Haven't really done much with my orcs recently.
No, you've been mainly focusing on your Age of Sigmar, which, did you know there's a new Age of Sigmar coming out this summer?
Unfortunately.
Why?
Because, I don't even know the rules yet, so... Okay, fair enough.
But yeah, because we don't know the rules of 3rd edition, we don't know the rules of 4th edition either yet, because they're not out yet, so that's absolutely fine. So we'll get there. Right, we've got Uncle Fatwig that's joined us. Nice to meet you, see you again, mate. What have you been up to? I know you've been away on holiday, but have you had a chance to get any hobbying done today? Let us know in the chat, it'd be good to hear from you. So tell us a bit more about your Stormcast, Little Bear. What do people want? Tell the people what they want to know.
So, I liked the box art blue and gold, but I thought blue is a bit basic, so I went for red instead. Red and gold looks like quite nice.
And these are the same models that you use for your Amazon Parade, is that right?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so I can't remember, but we've tried to work out the points, and I think you've got about 1,600 points of Stormcast, is that right?
Mm-hmm.
Something like that. And the two really good characters are those new dragon, what are they called? Stormdrake Guard?
Stormdrake Guard.
Yeah, they look awesome. So you've got one of those painted up, which is great. So yeah, looking really good. So yeah, it's really nice to see what you've been up to. You've brought a couple of models with you to paint whilst you're on holiday. What have you got here?
Mm-hmm. I have two flying guys, I don't know what they're called. Where's the camera?
Oh, hang on. This is all new to us. Bear with us. Right, hang on. Here we go. There you go. Some big hands here. There you go. I think he's called a prosecutor. I might be wrong. Something like that.
No clue.
No, it's good. So yeah, so you've got those ready to go, and you're using that same red instead of like the blue that you'd see on the posters.
Yes.
Yeah.
Red from, what's it called? Army Painter Speed Paints.
Yeah, so the Army Painting Speed Paints. Do you remember which version of red it is?
Slaughter Red.
Slaughter Red, okay.
And it's more.
Uncle Fatwig said that he got a cheeky hour on his Beast Boss earlier. Is that one of the new ones, I wonder? One of the new Beast Bosses? And that'll be for his 40k orcs, I imagine. But I wonder if that's one of the new Beast Boss. Mr. Eagle, good to see you. Yeah, we hope the new stuff isn't instantly out of stock, but if it is, as long as we pick up the rule book, we've both got some armies here, and that's what I'm planning to do today. I brought with me on holiday some of my Cruel Boys, so I'm going to start painting up a few of those later today. I've got the Manskewer Bolt Boys, and I've also just got some Gut Rippers, and I've also got the Killbow, I think it was called, I can't remember. So I've made a start on all those. These ones I have been using the Army Painter Speed Paints with predominantly as well, so I've been using a good old slap chop to get it going, and there was a few people that commented on one of our videos, I think it was the Kavan Shrike one, how long can you leave it between coats with the speed paints and the contrast paints, and so I thought it might be a good chance just to actually do it on a live stream and actually show people. It doesn't take long at all, and even the dry brushing at the white stage almost, it's really quick. That dries in a couple of minutes and then you're ready to go straight away. So whilst you're then dry brushing the next model, you go back and pretty much one model later and you can start applying those speed paints and contrast paints straight away. So yeah, pretty good. So like I said earlier, we are on holiday. This is our holiday home. We've got a bit of a little temporary setup here, which is really cool. We've brought our hobby paints with us. It is an old sewing box that we got in a charity shop for £2. It needed a little bit of fixing up, a bit of paint and loads of stickers. Now, if you have a look on our Instagram, you can see pictures of it, and there's loads of space for more stickers. So if you have any stickers or anything like that you want to send us, please do so, because I'd love to fill it up. We have just recently been given a new badge with the International Guild of Hobbyists over on Instagram, which is awesome. And on there is also a link to some new merch that you can get with the Brown Bear Wargaming bearded man, which is pretty cool. So I'm looking forward to trying to see if we can get some stickers from there. You can get phone cases, you can get loads of stuff, t-shirts, hoodies, the usual side of things. There's a desk mat as well, which looks really cool.
Worth the price.
But the best thing about it is 100% of the profits made from the takings all goes to charity, which is really good. I don't know exactly which charity yet, but I'll find that out and let you all know. But yeah, just something to let you know. But I'd like to get some more stickers on this box, so it's really cool, and it fits plenty of paints in. I think I've probably got about 50 paints with us. Brushes, tape measures, glue, super glue, wet palettes, the lot. Really, really good bit kit. But have a look on our Instagram if you want to have a look at a picture of it. And if you want more detailed, then I can sort that out another time. What's your opinion on the new Age of Sigmar, Little Bear? We've had a question.
No idea.
No idea, and I'd agree. I know nothing about it, so please pop in the chat. What is it? What's the controversy about New Age of Sigmar? Because if there is any, we don't know. We haven't got a clue. What we do know, though, and you might have heard this somewhere else if you follow us elsewhere, is that myself and Little Bear were nominated as Warhammer Heroes, which is pretty cool, isn't it? We feel a bit, we feel very honoured, but we feel a bit, maybe we're a bit imposters here. We've only been in the hobby for 2 years now. It's coming up in the summer, it'll be 2 years. And on this side of things, it's only been for about a year that we've been doing online content. And it's been very, very slow, but we're very grateful and it's incredible. So I'll just have you a quick, if you haven't seen it, again, bear with us on this journey with OBS, because this is all new to us. So let me see, where were we? Here we go. So Warhammer Heroes, here we go. The winners were announced, and this was last week on the community page on the Warhammer website. It is an initiative designed to reward those who go above and beyond in the local community, and for those who selfishly give back to the wider Warhammer hobby. And what we didn't realise, this is worldwide. This isn't just within the UK. This is actually worldwide, which is incredible. So someone's nominated, or people have nominated, so I don't know whether it's one or many. And we got an email last week from the Warhammer team to say that after much deliberation, they've actually chosen myself and Little Bear as not just nominees, but actual winners of Warhammer Heroes, which is cool, isn't it? So all these other people have got it for a wide range of different reasons, which is really, really nice. And I do go have a look and read on the website. But here we are in all our glory. Big Bear and Little Bear are Warhammer Heroes. Now, one of the coolest things about this is not only do we get nominated as a Warhammer Hero, and we get that forever, but we actually get to have... our names will be engraved at Bugman's Bar at Warhammer World in Nottingham. Now, you've been there, haven't you, Little Bear?
Yeah.
So
Good chicken burgers.
Good chicken burgers. I've not been, but you said you'd actually seen that board when you last went, didn't you?
I sort of remember, but not really.
Okay. So, but next time you go, it's definitely something to look out for. Now, I don't know when those names will be going up, but anybody that lives local or goes regularly to Warhammer World, as soon as you see those names put up in lights, please take a photo and send it to us, because we would love to see it. And we do hope to get there later on this year together. We will definitely get a chance, though, because we have been told that as part of being a winner of the Warhammer Hero Award, we are going to be invited to a special awards evening. Now, they did give us the option of Tokyo, Atlanta, Georgia, or Nottingham, but they did say that we would have to pay all the travel expenses. So, yeah, so as lovely as we would have loved to have gone to Tokyo, it's not going to happen. So we are going to go to Nottingham. They've said it will be later in the year, and it'll probably be in the autumn. So when we find out more details, we will let you know. We're really looking forward to it. So we get to go to an awards evening. We get accommodation provided, which is pretty cool. There's a full awards evening, and from what I've been told by Mark at our local Warhammer store, he said that when they put on a do, they really put it on. So we're really looking forward to that. My brother, Uncle Jim Bear, he thinks we're going to have Henry Cavill there to present the awards. I highly doubt that. But Henry, if you're out there and you're bored whenever they announce the dates, come along. I'm sure you'll be more than welcome to come and meet us and see what we're up to. But at the same time, we get a goodie bag. We get... Oh, I can't remember what else is it. What else did we get? So there was a goodie bag. There was something else, naming lights, loads and loads of little different bits and bobs. Oh, a gold medal. So that's going to be cool. I'll wear it to school. I'll show it to the children in my school in assembly. They always show off their awards, so I think it's only fair I get to show mine off. Are you going to bring yours to your school?
Probably not.
No, it's probably not the coolest thing to do, but maybe bring it to your Warhammer club at school, and that'd be pretty cool. So yeah, so there it is. You can read about these other people who've won Warhammer Heroes awards around the world, and there's a couple that have been there posthumously. I think special recognition. Yeah, posthumously. That's the word. To a couple of people as well who have unfortunately passed away since. So we're really looking forward to everything that happens with this and find out more, and we will let you know. But yeah. Pretty cool. Now, let's have a look. Let's get back to here. I feel like we're getting the hang of this. It's getting pretty slick. So, Mr. Eagle says there's always controversy with the new Warhammer edition. Well, yeah, I suppose so. I have enjoyed 10th edition, and I think the majority of people have. You've enjoyed the Combat Patrol particularly, haven't you? Mm-hmm.
Very easy to play.
Yeah, I think that's what we like about it. It's quick. I think we've played 4 or 5 games of Combat Patrol, and they've lasted less than an hour each one, which is awesome. And that's the whole point. If you can pick up a game and play it in an hour or less, then you're gonna get so many more people switched onto it. So yeah, thanks very much. Everyone for your kind words and your comments. It's really appreciated. Now, whilst we're on holiday, we've got a couple of games that we've been playing with everybody else. We've been playing Cards Against Maturity, which, if you know the adult version, this is the kids version. It's hilarious. So we're going to play that again tonight. So when we're finished with the stream, we will disappear and we'll go and play that again. We've also got... Little Bear got this D&D Adventure Begin set. I don't know if anyone's played it, but we set it all up today, read the rules. This is going to be a really good game. It looks really fun, and one that we can get everybody involved with. Rolling dice, having a bit of fun. I've never played D&D before, you have? Mm-hmm. So I wonder how it will compare to the real thing. Who's going to be the Dungeon Master? You. Me, that's fine. I will be the Dungeon Master. But that one looks really good, and it also comes with 4 miniatures. So who knows? They may get painted at some point. But I'm a bit worried about them getting bashed in a box. So I think some people have told me before about varnish, and that might help stop that happening. But if you know, pop it in the chat. Help us out. So yeah. So lots going on. We've been really busy, but let's get a bit of hobbying done. So. Thanks very much for joining us, everyone. What are you up to? Let us know in the chat below. We'd love to hear from you. Now, we're actually on holiday because we've got a wedding next week on Wednesday. So we've made a week of it, and we've come up to Northumberland. Lots of exciting things. We'd lovely walk to a waterfall today, didn't we?
Yeah.
You got very muddy.
In the river.
In a river, in a waterfall. Little Bear found a log to actually cross the waterfall. If you remember the scene from Robin Hood, where Little John's on the thing, I felt like he was going to fall in. He didn't, unfortunately, and I did film him just in case, but it didn't happen. So yeah, anything you're looking forward to this week?
No, not really.
No, he's a man of many words at the minute. Teenage boy, that's what happens. So yeah, so I'm going to do some painting. Little Bear, are you going to do some painting, or are you going to clear off and go eat chocolate eggs?
I'll only go eat a load of chocolate.
Excellent. If you bring me one, please, I would like it. Thanks very much, Little Bear. Go and enjoy your chocolate. If you want to switch off because the star of the show's gone, I understand. That's absolutely fine. Thanks very much, Little Bear. Tiptoe on your way out. But
bye-bye.
Get going. Shoo, shoo. So now I am going to switch over. I've trying to work out this OBS and this live stream thing. It's something we'd like to do, and we have said that we'll do this on the first Sunday of every month, so long as there's a demand for it and you're enjoying it. Chocolate hobnobs. Ooh, good choice. Funny enough, he hasn't come back with any chocolate eggs for me, but hey ho. I have local ale that I picked up earlier today, so that will do me perfectly fine. So we have a couple of different options here that I'm going to be working on. Let me see if we can get this over. Here we are. So I have these Manskewer Bolt Boys, first of all, which I have already slap chopped, got them started, so I can start adding those speed paints straight away. So there is 1, 2 of them here, which look pretty good, and the third one, which does need still to have his slap chopness. So I'll add that in a moment. Then I have the big Kilbo here. Now the Hobgrot Slitters that I've already painted, which you might have seen on our social media, I've painted in the red speed paint, so I've already got him down here in red, but the rest I will go for green. Again, the Dominion box came with loads of cool boys, and most of those have all been painted up as green orc skin. So I think for these ones here, I will carry on with those as green, but the Hobgrot Slitters I have gone as red. But I am tempted to go with a different colour for the Gut Rippers. So, for those of you in the chat here, hit me up, what other colour could we go for? I quite like the idea of blue, but I'm not so sure. Is that going to distract too much if we've got all these green orcs, the war bosses, they're all in green. The Hobgrot Slitters are then in red. Will that distract too much if they are then a third colour? Or do I just stick with them as green? Or do they be red as well? And maybe like all the bosses are all green, and the shamans and all that lot. But then the plebs, just the Gut Rippers, and the Hobgrot Slitters, they're all red. I don't know. Be interesting to see what you guys think. So let me see. If there is any issues with this stream at any point, please pop it in the chat, because this is still very new to us. We still don't really know what we're doing, so we're trying our best. I do have it actually set up on a little iPad to the side of me so I can kind of see what you see. I can't hear it because otherwise that would detract with the sound, but we'll get there. So there should be a little bit of music in the background that's royalty free. I don't know if you can hear that or not. You should be able to. Let me see. So what shall I go with first? I'm going to go with these Gut Rippers. I'm going to leave these Manskewer Bolt Boys at the minute. In fact, no, what I'll do first is I will dry brush this guy just so he's all at the same point. Now the white I'm using at the moment is Trooper White from the Duncan Rhodes Tooth and Coats range. Whether that's too good a white to be used for this purpose, I don't know, but it fits in my hobby box nice and neatly. I haven't tried it over anything else. I know a lot of people say the Pro Acryl white is great for going over other things, but because it's just being used for slap chopping purposes, I'm quite happy with the effect it gives. So yeah, I'm pleased with it. I think my brush might be a little bit too big, but these are the Army Painter dry brushes. And I did find that the little teeny tiny one, the bristles are just too hard and too short almost, and I don't know whether they've kind of fallen inside themselves. I'm not really sure, but not my cup of tea. So I'm happy with the medium one. The big one is too big. It's more akin to a makeup brush. Now I do have makeup brushes in my hobby set as well. I find those really, really useful. They are very soft, which I do like, more so for terrain rather than miniatures. But let's keep on adding this. They look so good whenever you just add this dry brush on. It pulls out all those details. And for just painters who aren't amazing, like me, to be able to get to that point, and then to be able to add your speed paints over the top and your contrast paints, It's so easy. I think it's great. Right, a little wash of the brush, and then let's see what's next. So I think I'll pop him to dry, and then we'll start to add some skin tones to these gut rippers. Now, no one's told me what colour they think I should go for yet, so I think I'm just going to do it. I think I'm going to go for blue. Now, this would have been useful more if I'd had some colours ready and easier to find. Ooh, tidal wave blue. Quite like the sound of that one. So this is from the Army Painter Speed Paint range. Now, for the speed paint, I just use a good old palette. I think you get a pair of them for £1 in Poundland, and these work great. I tried using the wet palette, but with the speed paint range and the contrast paints, they just run everywhere and just kind of waste the palette paper. So, ooh, this is a bit gunky. Give it a bit of a clean. That's better. Right, let's get it out there. Spin this around. It looks like a nice blue. I'll keep that handy, in fact. Now, the paper palettes that I've made in the past, you might have seen, they come in really useful for this type of thing, just to be able to list all the paints you're using, because I do find otherwise I forget. Let's have a look at these brushes. Bit of a hook on that one. Try this one here. You okay, little bear?
Yeah,
It's okay. Right, we'll go with this brush here. He still hasn't brought me any chocolate eggs. Right, we don't want that one. Right, let's go with this guy here. Quite a bit of flesh on him. Let's see. Now, I don't know how easy it is for you guys to see what it is I'm painting. Like I say, we are on holiday, so I haven't got lots of bits of kit here. But if there's anything you can recommend for us to improve it, please let us know. This is all still very new to us, as I said. At the minute we're using, just so you know, the Camo app on our phone, and the same on my MacBook. And so that is what's giving us the phone coming down here, pointing at the models. And that was more because it has auto contrast. But it's not particularly zoomed in. So I don't really know how else to do that any better, because the stand I've got to hold this is probably a foot high, and that's at its lowest setting. I can't get that any lower. Oh, I quite like this blue. I think it might need 2 coats though. I'm just thinking, just whenever I watch other people online myself and they're painting live, that sometimes you can see a bit more zoomed in. But maybe it's also just because of the screen I'm looking at right at the minute. It's hard, I can't really see that well. So maybe it's better for you than it is for me here. I've just put it into my iPad there and have a look. There we go. A little bit of blue on there, a little bit of blue on his face. And then it looks like there's a lot of that's a good thing with these speed paints as well. If you make a mistake, you can just wipe it off really quick with your thumb or your finger, and it's a bit like an ink, and it just rubs off pretty much straight away. If you do leave it on, it does last longer. But if you're quick, it's okay. Mr. Eagle says he's played the hobby for a while, but quite new to the painting side of things. Okay, so which part of the hobby is it you play? Is it Sigmar, I think you mentioned before, or is it several parts of the game? It'd be interesting to find out. And painting wise then, is that because you've always bought models pre-painted, or you've had other people maybe commissioned to paint them for you, or just played with them, just built and ready to play as they are, and not really bothered by painting, which is absolutely fine. We've had quite a few friends that have just played with theirs, just built straight out of the box. And actually it's no different than to a board game, because most board games, like I said with that D&D Adventure Begins, you take the models out and they're yellow, red, green and blue. So they are straight away out the box and you can play them, which is great. 40k, okay, so what army in 40k are you playing at the moment? Little Bear has an orc army, which he has grown since he started the hobby, which is 18 months, 2 years ago, like I said before. And he loves the orcs, he loves the customization, and I enjoy being able to scratch build various different things, where we've had a land speeder which turned into a land speed, which was cool for a painting competition. We've made loads of different things out of toys and stuck loads of spare bits on, which has been great fun. So we have enjoyed that side of things for the orcs. And Little Bear's just got a nice, very simple paint scheme which he uses for them. And he likes playing with them. He really enjoys the different stratagems that you can have. And at the end of the day, he likes calling a war, or wag, or however you want to say it. But he enjoys just doing that in the middle of the local gaming store competition when he's used them. So yeah, he has those. Blood Angels, Mr. Eagle says. Okay, I'm a Space Marines guy myself. I did start with Raven Guard, and I enjoyed them, but when I picked up some new models and more Primaris models, I ended up changing my mind and going for Hawklord's chapter, which is purple. They look a little bit like Emperor's Children, I suppose, as a similar colour scheme from 30k. And the idea is they're an Ultramarines successor chapter, but they were the wings in the sky, they were the planes, they were the flyers that dropped all the Ultramarines models down on whatever planet they were invading or saving. But I enjoy those. So cool about Blood Angels. I remember when I was Little Bear's age and first got into the hobby all those years ago, Blood Angels were a chapter that I remember painting up a unit or two of, and great fun, and some really nice models as well. The Dante one I remember came out about 6 months ago. He looks a really cool model to paint. So yeah, tell me more about your Blood Angels. How many points, favourite model, things like that. Love to hear from you. Yeah, Fatwig said the same as me. Doesn't mind mates playing with grey minis. It's all about playing the game. I know there's different aspects to the hobby. Painting's one part of it. Some people like that, some people don't. One of the main parts of it though is the gaming, and that's surely what gets most people involved and staying in it, really. And that's the bit that changes. The painting doesn't really change. Yes, there's new innovations, and you can upgrade your painting. You might go for airbrushes and things like that, but painting's painting. But the actual games, they change, and the different systems that you can play. So you're absolutely right. As long as people are playing games, it doesn't matter if they're grey or not, really, whatsoever. So yeah, 2,500 points of Blood Angels. That's a lot of Blood Angels. Love to see those at some point. They are a really nice faction to paint. I don't know what's happened with this brush. It's starting to split a little bit. Let's keep going though. We're getting there. So we're on to our second Gut Ripper here now. Let's see how we go. Let's see, who else is this? Discord support says, I started with the White Scars and then went to Tyranids. Ooh. Was that from Leviathan that you went to Tyranids, or previous to that, I wonder? White Scars, predominantly white paint, very, very brave. It's not something I would particularly enjoy painting. white whatsoever. But I wouldn't let that ever put anybody off if it's something that I don't want to do. Not whatsoever. Let's see. How are we getting on here? I don't think this Gut Ripper had enough white on him from the slap chop, because although the blue's going on, it's not really doing what the speed paints are really designed to do, and giving that kind of those quick highlights. It's doing okay. Oh, hang on, this is a bit, I forgot I had this other little bit of kit. Ta-da! There we go. Hopefully that's a bit better, less shadowy. You might even get to see the models a bit better. Maybe. Old Tyranids. Okay, yeah, so older Tyranids, so it wasn't just Leviathan. Although the Leviathan models do look so good. We haven't got Leviathan and never picked it up, unfortunately. Always very jealous of everybody that did, but those models look incredible, and the Marines do as well. I must say, they look really, really good. So you change your painting scheme to the Leviathan one, and then reversed recently. Interesting. So what colours are your Tyranids then? Quite keen to find out. Oh, Factory says, yeah, you're absolutely right, yeah. What you see is what you get. For Orc boys having choppers and not sluggers, yeah. There's that many of them as well. So when you're a horde army like that, you've just got to go, yeah. It's just tell them what it is that you're playing, and if things change because of different editions and you've already spent hours building up all these different models, yeah. If you say it's a slugger, it's a slugger. In general, they do the same sort of thing anyway. They're not much different. Right, okay, here we go. I quite like the blue. So these are the two blue ones so far. I'm quite liking it, and I think it'll be something a bit different against the, like, if the leaders are all, they're all green, these guys can be blue. Maybe not the most exciting colour for you to see though on the screen, because it's probably quite difficult to see it. But hey ho, we learn as we do these live streams and work out what works and what doesn't work. Here we go. What I will keep consistent now is the red of the shields, and I think I'll go on for those next, just to show you how I've done those before. So, you kept the normal scheme but reversed the locations. Oh, okay. So purple flesh, white scales. Yep. Awesome. Sounds great. Let me see. Oh, the new kit that comes with mixed monoposes. Is that for the boys? Or the knobs, Fatwig? Or both? I'm guessing it might be the both. I think all Little Bear's orcs he's got are all older versions, so I don't think he's got any of the newer ones. Yeah, so all his... Oh no, actually, he got the combat patrol, didn't he? But I'm not sure if they were... if he had many options with those. I can't remember. Right, that's blue on the skin for those two. Let's have a look for some red. Right, I'm going to stick with the Army Painter speed paints, just because that's what I've used so far. Let me see. So I've got the bright red, which I think is a bit too orange. I think the one that Little Bear mentioned before, I quite liked. Murder red, I think it might be called. In fact, where is it? Of course, it's the slaughter red, that's what he said, and it's right, the one right in the back that's fallen down, of course it is. Let's see. Here we go. Slaughter red. Whichever camera's best see. I think since I've turned this one on, it's harder to see me. Not that you want to see me, but hey ho. Do we have social media platform like Discord? We don't have Discord. We do follow other people on Discord. It's not something that I've ever set up myself. I don't know, you tell me whether maybe you'd want to join one. I just felt that because I was already on one or two other Discords, I'd end up just repeating what everyone else is putting in those ones. And maybe that's the point, I don't know. But for me, I was quite happy. I'm in a couple. I'm in one with Kev from the Hobby Corner. I'm in the Pickle Jar. The International Guild of Hobbyists. My local scene has one. The Darlington Dogs of War. And might be in one or two others. Oh, the Warp, who are a hobby store down in Portsmouth direction. I'm theirs as well. And I just felt like I'd just be repeating what's in those ones. I haven't set up my own. We do have an Instagram account now, just Brown Bear Wargaming. There should be a link in our YouTube About Us section, whatever it's called. Takes you to Instagram, just search for Brown Bear Wargaming, and we're on there. We have a TikTok, which we post to occasionally, but that's all still... I'm not down with the kids with that, so I'm trying. But that was... We're having a go with that. Instagram's the main one. We do have a Facebook page as well, which is just the Instagram page links directly to. There was a period for about 6 months where it didn't do that, so nothing really got posted in there. But so most of our followers that we have are on Instagram, and we're nearly at 500 followers. And we've said we'll do a little bit of a giveaway because that's the done thing. So we've got a model or something to give away. And we'll do that when we get to 500 followers. So I think we're about 11 away. So get yourself over to Instagram and join us on there, and it'd be great to see what you've got. Show us your different photos as well and images, because we love doing that. We love being able to watch other people's things and see what everyone else is up to through there. But if Discord is something you think maybe we could look at in the future, I'm not ruling it off the table. I just don't want to repeat what everyone else is doing as well. So it'll be interesting to find out how you found out about us then, for those of you that are new to us today. Like I said before, I think this is our third or fourth stream. We tried doing one or two on Twitch just to try and get our heads around how this works. Little Bear joins sometimes he stays for a bit. Sometimes it might be that it's late at night and he's gone to bed, especially if it's on a school night. So we're just getting our heads around this, but we plan to do it the first Sunday of every month. And so long as people are happy with that and it's working well, then we'll carry on. Right, where are we? Red. So this is Slaughter Red. I'm going to put this one away because I don't want to get confused later on. So, oh, you met Little Bear at the school Warhammer Club. Awesome. And my school, we have a Warhammer Club as well. And it's great fun. There's actually it's Autism Awareness Month this month or week, and there's an Instagram project going on to paint a load of Seraphon models, but using rainbow colours and a rainbow scheme. And I've been asked if I can paint a model up for that, ready for the launch of the new Age of Sigmar. So looking forward to that. That starts. So we're assuming it's in the summer. So there's quite a few models already been painted up for that, ready for this month for this autism awareness. But I've been asked to paint. I can't remember what it's called. It's a great big lizard. I don't remember. I'll put a post on Instagram when I find out what it is and when I get that model. And that could be a live stream, just the building of it and then painting it ready, and also getting your ideas on the colours, colour scheme. There is some rules on the colour scheme that we have to follow, but it's similar to, there was one that we helped out with back end of last year, which was the Space Ducks. So we had set rules on what we had to paint those Space Ducks in, what colours we had to use, or as similar as possible. And then they were all raffled off. There was a big raffle and it raised about £2,000 for charity, which was awesome. The winner got the entire Space Ducks army. Second place got a combat patrol worth of Space Ducks painted, and they're all presented down at Warhammer World. So all for a good cause, all a good reason just to get a bit more hobbying done, and nice to paint something different. So for those of you that paint the same army regularly, having that opportunity to paint something a little bit different sometimes, it just breaks the monotony, and that's sometimes what gets your hobby lull, and you find that those times when people just start to get a bit bored of what they're painting. It just gives you that opportunity to try something different and mix it up. Oh no, Mummy Bear's not going to be happy. I've got a great big red stain down my t-shirt. I haven't got any baby wipes either. Oh well. We're on holiday. It's all good. Right, let's point this down a bit so it's not pointing in my face so much. That's a bit better. Blinding me. Will the giveaway be region-based, UK only? Probably. I've never really looked at doing anything different. I think you've just joined us on Instagram. It's just popped up on my iPad. It'll probably be UK based only, but not necessarily. So that makes me wonder, are you not UK based then? I suppose it all comes down to postage side of things. I think when I've seen these things before, I do need to get a hobby apron. You're absolutely right. I've actually got one on my wish list on Amazon. You're absolutely right, Factory. Have you got a hobby apron? Because I'd love to see it. I've seen a couple of different ones, but yeah. Let's see. Who is it that I watch a load of his videos online? Oh, what's his name? Oh, Eons of Battle. Jay on there. He's got a proper hobby apron. But yeah, so you're not UK based. I wouldn't say that it's going to rule you out. I suppose let's just see what happens. I suppose the whole point is trying to spread the word, spread the love, and why not? Let's say when we get to whatever it is, I don't know what the prize is yet. We've got a couple that we need to choose from. We won't limit it to UK based. We can spread our wings. I can't imagine it being much more expensive to post internationally. So yeah, why not? Let's spread the word. So watch out for that. Since you've just joined, I think that's taken us up to about 490 followers, so 10 to go. Spread the word, tell us who you've got, tell your friends, tell your mum, tell your dad, tell your brother, tell your sister, whoever it might be. Create a couple of other accounts. Yes, out of those 490 accounts, a couple of them are called Amanda, and I don't know who they are. They are definitely not interested in Warhammer, I'll tell you that. But they all count. So I'm going to keep those ones on. Yeah, you're absolutely right. His apron is fantastic. And there is one in my Amazon basket that looks just like that, or on my wish list, sorry. So who knows? Maybe one day we'll have one with Brown Bear Wargaming on the apron. Now that would be awesome, and I would love to see that. Right, there we go. So we have, sorry if I'm not always painting on the screen, I'm still getting used to this. We have 2 Gut Rippers, blue skin, red shields. I think that's pretty good for now, for a good start. Let me see. Right, you've got hobby clothes all covered in glue and paint. Yeah, I think we all do. I'm not using Null Oil, by the way, and I must say that's one of the things about the speed paint from the army painted bottles and the dropper bottles as opposed to the contrast paints, because these do spill. Now there's some awesome little 3D printed pot holders I've seen to stop that happening, which do look really good, but I don't have any of those, so I will just spill it again, no doubt. Hey, that's what happens. You have 9 email addresses. We just need one more. Get them all signed up to Brown Bear Wargaming. Let's hope they're not all called Amanda. Have a look, see what you can find. Let me see. You're surprised Redbubble don't do aprons? Imagine they sell pretty well. Yeah, maybe it's a question to ask. So Redbubble, for those that don't know, is the link for where all the International Guild of Hobbyists aprons are. And oh, not aprons, sorry. We want aprons. bring back the aprons, Redbubble. That's where you can get all the t-shirts and hoodies and various other bits and bobs with our Brown Bear Wargaming logo and loads of other hobby fans from the International Guild of Hobbyists as well. So look them up. The link was in the description of our last video, and we put it on our Instagram about a couple of days ago because it only just got announced then. So yeah, cool. I think it might be time for some new brushes. Little Blair, let me see. None oil your saviour, everybody's saviour. Well, I quite like some of the sepia washes as well from the Duncan Rhodes range. If you've not used those, they're really cool. And there's some green washes, Fatwig, I don't know if you've used those yet, from the Duncan Tooth and Coats. Yeah, Orc Flesh Wash. That one on your green skin. No, hang on, let me go to this camera. Which one? I feel like Wayne's World. Camera 1, camera 2, camera 1, camera 2. Right, let me see. I can't get this. Where? Blinking heck are you? There. Right. It's very loosey-goosey, like all washes should be. But that one, on your orc skin for greens, is wicked. I have looked at Vallejo brushes. They don't seem to be too badly priced. Most of my brushes I've got, I've actually been given. So when we joined the hobby over this last 18 months, we've been really, really lucky that we've been given so much stuff. From paints, from brushes, models, so many different things. And a lot of the brushes I'm using at the minute are from them. So this one here is, the one I've just been using tonight, is a Citadel fine detail brush with a yellow bottom. And there was about 10 or 15 of these that I was given at one point, all with various different ends, some better than others. But they've been great. And then I was also given a big chunk of just the Citadel starter brushes. So somebody must have got them for free at some point, and I was given a good wodge of those, which they're great, but they do hook on the end, and I don't know why I've even brought this one because it looks like it's been used and not cleaned after its last use. I'm blaming Little Bear. Absolutely, completely, I'm blaming him on that one. But yeah, I think when it comes to proper new brush time, we'll definitely look at those Vallejo ones. We just like something that lasts a bit longer. We've also read a lot about hobby soap recently for looking after your brushes, and I do think that might be something that we maybe need to consider more in the future. Me, not Little Bear, he does not look after his brushes. He just paints and then leaves them all over the shop, and then I come home and find them everywhere. So yes for me, no for him. You've used a Citadel green wash, but you can't remember which one. I don't know if we have any Citadel green washes. I don't know. But that one's a good one. So if you ever run out, look out for it, definitely. Right, let me see. Discord support still hasn't added those 9 accounts on because they've not beeped on my iPad yet. Right, what's next? Do we add a bit of skin onto something else? Do we carry on with one of these models a bit more? Let me see. Now that red needs to dry a bit more. So one question we were asked a while ago was how quick can you apply more paint on top of the contrast paints and speed paints? It always depends how thick you go on. I mean, that blue, it's been what, maybe 10 minutes. I can definitely go over that again with a second coat or a different paint. The red that I've just added there, I can still see it's wet, so it's probably best not to do that. So I'll leave that for now anyway. Right, okay. Let's go with, I tell you what, I'm just going to dry brush the rest of these models because there's nothing worse than then getting part way through and then going, oh, actually, I'd like to paint. Because ideally, I would have liked to have had all 10 gut rippers there, and I could have just done this flesh all blue on all 10 models, then the shields all red, then the next thing, and I just find that batch painting process much easier for me. So I am just going to go with getting all these bad boys out. Probably the stupidest model to bring on holiday with you, with all these big long spears that are no doubt going to snap, but hey ho, they've survived. And I'll show you the hobby case that I brought them in actually, because it was free. Let me see, hang on, without leaning over too much. Right, so if you are new to the hobby, if you are experienced to the hobby, it doesn't matter. If you go to your local store and you ask to take part in the Battle Honours program, and there's a video on our channel somewhere, it was one of the first videos we did, you can... Oh, you've just had your IP blocked. Oh, pants. Is that because you've tried to create too many accounts? Oh, crumbs. Sorry if so. Anyway, going back to Battle Honours. Yeah, so you just sign up for free. There's a load of bits and there's a booklet you get to work your way through. And you get loads of free stuff. You get free brush holders, you get free bookmarks, you get free dice, loads of various different things. But when you finish it, you also get this awesome hobby case. This is what I've used to carry all these models in. Let me see, hang on, let me just make it a bit bigger on the screen for you. So this one here comes with a nice little bit of foam at the top, and these bits here you can move around. So even this big bolt guy, Kilbo, he fit in no problem whatsoever, and they've all survived the journey up here, and they haven't got broken, and that closes up great. I've even put like a little painting palette that I had on top. So for free, join the Battle Honours program. Definitely, highly recommend it. Right, let's have a look. I've got lost in the chat there. Let's go back. I'm going to just be dry brushing some of these models now. Let's have a look. So I've had 10 to start with, 2 down. Let's get these last 7 done. Let's have a look. So where are we up to? You're planning to start a Wargaming YouTube channel. Have I got any tips? Let me see. I suppose going back to what we did at the very start is we watched lots of YouTube channels just to try and get the ideas. So the flow for how we wanted ours to look, how we wanted ours to be a little bit different. And do you have anything that's a bit different to others that you might bring to the table? I kind of feel like for us, ours is our family vibe, and that's what we bring. It's that wholeheartedness of me and Little Bear and keeping our journey in the hobby. Our videos very much document our journey in the hobby. Oh, hey, Wicker Man, quick visit on break at work, catch up. Awesome, thanks for joining us. Go back to work, have your coffee, and appreciate you stopping by for a few minutes. Yeah, so going back to that, just have a think about what your angle would be. So for me and Little Bear, this is documents our hobby journey, where we're up to, what we're doing in the hobby. And that's very much where we started with it. And it seems to have gone okay. Everyone seems to enjoy it. People are joining us. Well, you guys have clearly joined us online tonight, which is awesome. We've done practice live streams like this where we've had nobody join. And I think the main thing is just to have fun with it. Don't try and take it too seriously. Don't try to be going in it thinking that this is going to be your way of potentially earning a living to start off with. There's nothing to say that that's not going to happen, but it's probably not going to be there straight away. And if you get that, great. But I would go in for have a bit of fun. Think carefully about what angle you want it to be, and just enjoy it more than anything. Have a look at different camera setups. When you're starting out, don't go too gung-ho. We haven't. We use our phone. We have the cameras that we already had. So we already had a digital SLR camera, so we've used that for recording our videos, and that's been great so far. But we would like to change it and probably find something a bit simpler. Right now we're just using my phone here, and that's coming down onto what you can see here in front of me. That works. There's a lot of people that use phones nowadays for their recording. I think something we learned early doors was the audio, not necessarily always using just the built-in audio from devices. Getting attachments for external mics, that makes a big difference. Not always for the better. We have used one or two that have been shocking and made things harder in the editing process. I suppose that's the next thing to start to look at. and then it's looking at your editing software, what it is you're using. For our videos, as basic and simple as it is, we just use iMovie, and we edit all our videos just using that. And that's been one of the good things for Little Bear in particular, that he's been able to learn how to edit videos. So it's not, for us, it's not just the recording side of things, it's not just having a bit of fun with our videos, it's also Little Bear's learning a new skill, so he can learn how to edit the videos, how to download music and add things to it. This guy wasn't stuck on very well. I don't know who did this. Probably me. So yeah, there's loads to think about, but I would say the main thing is just have a bit of fun to start off with. Don't take yourself too seriously, and I think if you go from that aspect, you can't really go wrong. Probably try and think of, if you're coming up with live streams like this, content and things you want to talk about. Like I said earlier, what makes your channel that bit different, to stand out, to get people in to watch it, for whatever reason that might be. It could be as simple as your knowledge of different gaming systems. We haven't got that. Definitely not. And then just get yourself out there. Be brave. Don't be shy. Ask for some advice. Drop us a message if we can help. We definitely will. Something I would say that we had when we started a year ago was we asked people, Benji from Benji's Hobbies, Pickle from Pickle Jar, a couple of others. We asked around and just asked for advice, asked for support, and you'll be surprised how happy people are to help, because at some point in their hobby journey, on their YouTube journey, whatever it might be, whatever type of channel you are, somebody was in the exact same place. So if you can share that advice and that you've had in the past, then I'm more than happy to do that, and I know many other people are as well. So don't be shy, ask the questions, whether it's me, whether it's someone else, and if I can help, I'll certainly will. So yeah, give it a go. So you're putting your savings into something else, and then your Warhammer buy addiction. Yep, you and everybody else. I think I read interesting the other day that the profits at Warhammer have gone up once again, and that's been year on year since COVID. That they're, sorry, I'm not painting in the camera again. So if you're starting a channel and it's about painting, make sure you try and paint on camera, not off camera. Hey ho. I'm getting there. But it doesn't surprise me, especially with all the new releases it seems to have. I don't remember, whenever I was Little Bear's age and in the hobby, there being so many new releases every week. I'm sure it was only every couple of months. I could be very wrong. Oops. That was nearly on my t-shirt again. If I had a hobby apron, Uncle Fatwig, that might not have happened. Right, that's definitely on my birthday list for next year. Yeah, it doesn't surprise me. But I don't remember so many new releases coming out all the time. But maybe it was just me. Oh, nuts. What I do remember, though, was the blister packs. And I remember them being really, really easy to get hold of. You okay, Little Bear? Mm-hmm. Do you want to come have a look what I've got up to so far? Fatwig's off to bed. No problem, mate. Oh, yeah, 3 weeks off work, back to work tomorrow. Enjoy the early shift.
Let's have a look.
Appreciate you joining, mate. Thank you very much. So far tonight, and then I think we'll have to go soon because everybody's waiting for a game of Cards Against Maturity. 2 models to go to dry brush, and then we'll go. Awesome. So yeah, we're getting there. And then I'll have to pack up this setup for tonight, but we can whip it out again tomorrow. And then you can get your Stormcast guys done. How's that sound?
Yeah, sounds good.
I do love the detail just the dry brush brings out on these models. So I went for a blue skin Little Bear in the end. So those Hobgrot slitters I've done have got a red skin that we've left at home.
Ooh.
These have got a blue skin, and then the leader boss guys have all got green skin. And that could just be because. So yeah. We've actually entered our first Age of Sigmar tournament in a couple of weeks. The facts that we don't know the rules yet, meh. We'll get there. You okay, baby bear?
Yeah.
We'll be done soon, and then we can come and play the game. Wargaming Kid, just gave my name and logo a little rebranding. Ooh, interesting to see. I'll have a look when we finish the stream and have a play on and see what's what. I am getting nagged to go and join them in the living room and play a game soon, so I am going to have to disappear. But this has been fun. I hope you guys have enjoyed it as much as I have. If nothing else, I've had an hour of actual painting and a bit of hobbying getting done, which is rare when you've got 3 little ones, 1 very little one. Plus we're on holiday, which makes it even rarer. This is going well, I'm enjoying this. This is getting really wobbly, this camera. I don't really know why. I think it's the desk I'm on. It's like the dining table in the holiday cottage we've got. And the clamp didn't fit the actual table, but it's got an extension bit. And when you pull out the extension bit, it just makes it a little bit wobbly. So yeah. Let's see. Last bit. Here we go. So just by getting to this point with them all, it just means the next time I get an opportunity to paint, I'm going to be able to do all the shields together, and then I'll be able to do all the skin together. It'll just make life so much easier. I just prefer batch painting in that way, especially when it's a squad like this. If it's just a single model, then that's very different, completely different story. But with a unit, definitely keep it this side of things. Right, okay. Brush is nice and clean. T-shirt is nicely covered in paint. Yay! So, dry brush, nice and dry, ready for next time. So, we have, let's see, just count them up from tonight. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. And then the 2 are painted as well. 10 gut rippers, 2 started, and 8 dry brushed, ready to have paint attached to them. We've also dry brushed 1, 2, 3 Manskewer bolt boys, and I already had the big Kilbo ready to go anyway. So yeah, awesome. Thanks very much, everyone. Good name, Discord support 2.0, changing to that Wargaming Kid. Love it, much better. I've seen that you've added me on Instagram, so I'll follow you back when I get a chance. Do you want to come and join us quick and say bye-bye? Right, let's have a look. We've got Baby Bear here and little cousin Harvey Bear. He's poking his head around there as well. Let's turn this light off. You might be able to see their faces. You had a good Easter, you two?
Yeah.
Lots of chocolate eggs?
Yeah.
Can I have some?
No. Maybe 1 or 2.
They have to sleep at some point, and that's when we can raid their eggs. Right, everybody, I've got to go. They are nagging me to come and play this game. Cards Against Maturity. I'll let you know on Instagram what it was like. Thank you very much for joining us.
I'm going to bed now.
Oh, you're going to bed?
Yeah.
Oh. Maybe I can play.
No. I'll play with 2 people.
I'm going to go have a local ale. Thanks very much, everyone, for joining us. Really appreciate you taking the time to come and check us by. Make sure, if you haven't subscribed yet, subscribe on our channel. Like this post. Go watch some other videos. Leave comments. If you want to get in touch, Instagram is the best way to do it. We are on Facebook, but mainly Instagram. So yeah, thank you very much. I've been Big Bear.
I've been Baby Bear.
And this is little cousin Harvey Bear. Happy gaming, everyone. Bye bye.